Hello, Fantasy Gods. Welcome back. We are here for the post Week 9 Fantasy Gods ranking show, the Drew Review. As is tradition, when you're out of Corona, you reach for the heavy stuff. Cheers. That should do it. Cheers, boys. Let's dive right in. We're going to start at the top. Gesicki with the sticky. With a B Yahoo grade. He completes the Monday Night Football miracle. Cam Newton finished with a flurry to beat the goddamn Jets. My Jacksonville Jaguars just can't catch a break. They win the first game of the season, and then both of them have lost every game since. Devontae Adams got outshined by Run CMC in this one, but Run CMC did get a shoulder injury in the last possession of that one, so his status for the next week, Week 10, is in question. He takes on Casey Lutz, and he gets the win. Casey Lutz with a Yahoo grade of a B-. Studs went dud in this one. You had Henry, Thielen, and Lockett all in single digits. Slipped to the pack of 5 and 4. We'll touch more on that later. But you can't afford to lose 3 in a row here. You got game of the week next week against Bo Lightning, so we'll all be tuned into that one. That one has some real playoff implications. Next, we're going to move on to Alan Shikuski. Mike Hurts. You beat my ass in this one. It was a blowout of the week. I can't say much. Congratulations. Natty Daddy to come later. I can't really say much. You know, you had Mahomes and Adams. They both went off. When they play like that, it's just tough to beat them. Strong performances up and down the roster. Only 2 starters that missed projections. You need to string together some wins. Get yourself in position to make a push here. Where we've turned onto the back 9. We are really surging towards the playoffs. I'm very surprised that we've gotten this far into the season without any major game cancellations due to COVID. Knock on wood there, and let's keep it rolling. I got a Yahoo grade of a D+. Commissioner, that was trash. That was just awful. Hurting at running back. I benched Jonathan Taylor. Justin Jackson gets hurt on literally the second snap of the game. Ezekiel Elliott's not doing very well. Didn't matter. Half my roster took the week off. I guess it's my punishment for not doing the Drew Review last week. But here we are. Still got a pretty decent record, I'd say. Chris Mansbach, I got you here. Yahoo grade of a C. You still were able to get a win somehow. Josh Allen carried your team once again. If you look at what he did this week, Josh Allen was the only reason he even had a chance to win. He did face Mike Williams, who only put up like 75 points or something. Mike Williams, Yahoo grade of an F. I don't know if I've ever seen it. Looking for excuses here. I know David Johnson got hurt, and I know Noah Fant got hurt, but, dude, you can't rationalize that. Only the 3rd time this season that a team failed to reach the 80-point benchmark. Oh, not a feather in the cap there, brother. Chris Roper, I got you for a Yahoo grade of a B. You did pull off the Monday night comeback against Madison. Madison seems to be in these Monday night heaters every single week. He's won most of them, but he did not win this one. Interesting here, both Denver running backs both scored less than 5 points in this one. I know you have Melvin Gordon on your roster. Somebody else has got Phillip Lindsay, but it's a Drew Lock show. Drew Lock, Jerry Jeudy, Tim Patrick. There's a lot of guys on that roster that are mile high. They're slinging that bitch. I will say this. You had 7 touchdowns on the week, but you only scored 113. That's a little sus. Gonna need to see higher scores if you get that many touchdowns, because you can't repeat that, or you can't expect to repeat that. Madison, Yahoo grade of a C here. 1 player over 20 points. That was Stephon Diggs. And 5 below projections. That's just not the quality that I'm used to seeing out of this roster. Number 1, Jags ticket rep has been so consistent. First time since week 5, he's been below 115. So I really think he can beat anyone in any given week. So just stay tuned. If you're playing him, you're going to have to put up numbers. Next, we move on to Bigland, man. Let's just, come on. Come on. The kid keeps playing every single week. He knows he's going to get one, and then he just faces Dominic this week. He's the defending champion for a reason. He's got no quit in him. He gets the win, and there it is. And then Dominic, I have to approach something with you. The conversation that you had last night, I know it might have been in jest, it might have been whatever. I don't care. We will not tolerate that kind of conversation in this league. Collusion is not to be had, and I will not accept you having conversations on a sidebar or with anyone. You put that out in the league, and I tell you what, I immediately respond, and I will immediately put repercussions on you, and I will tell you that straight up. The entire reason I changed the veto rule was because of those kind of conversations. I get it. You're 3-5. You've scored a lot. You've got a lot of bad breaks and faced a lot of high-scoring teams. But don't fucking start that shit. Thank you. I digress. Kevin Kelman, Yahoo grade of an A. Big W for Kev here. He beat Steven Creech this week. He's the consensus #1 guy in the league. Creech is that, by the way. He gets a huge week out of Cheetah. He gets in the 5-4 hunt right there in that pack of 5. We'll see how he does next week without Cheetah or Travis Kelce, though, because they're on the bye and he's facing the commish. So we'll see what happens when he loses his 2 top guys. Steven Creech, Yahoo grade of a B. Not a bad performance whatsoever. You would have beat 9 other guys in the league, so you can't be upset with it. You got 127. You do have the game of the week next week against what used to be Let's Go Joe, but he's resorted back to 2 for $1 for the playoff push. So you just got to get that. If you get that win, you pretty much lock up that playoff spot, barring something unforeseen. So, and you have Nick Chubb possibly coming back. So your roster's looking very, very good. Projections are sky high for that game of the week. So tune in, folks. Take the over. We're going to see what happens. Steven Creech and Casey Lutz, 2 for $1. Game of the week next week. Let's go ahead and move on in. The power rankings. Fantasy gods, we've made it past week 9. There are so many teams that have a legitimate chance. I would say 10 teams, maybe 9, have a legitimate chance to not only make a playoff run, but make a push. A couple of injuries here and there, it could happen. Biggs, I still got you in the 12 hole. I know you got your win, but I can't reasonably push you any further than that. I am very proud of you for doing that, and as true champions blood would do. You get the win. Dominic, I got you here at 11 hole. I'm not going to lie, you probably should have had the 10, but that collusion bullshit moved you all the way down to 11. I don't care. Don't say that shit. 10, I got Mike Williams here mixing it up. 4 and 5, too many bad scoring weeks. He had them early. He had them often. He had them lately. That's not a playoff team. I'm sorry. Alan Chikuski, Mike Hunt Hurts, you beat me. So I had to at least respect it. Christian McCaffrey, trade, Devontae Adams, Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is bye next week, so we'll see. You get a win. Maybe you can make a run. We'll see. Then I got Chris Vansbach. Oh, Saquon, you see. Too many times Josh Allen has had to carry you to victory. You're going to have to be better consistently to move on up into the playoff push. Kevin Kelman, I got you here at the 7 hole. Great win this week. If you win next week, I'm gonna vault you up in the top 5. I'll go ahead and tell you that. You're playing me though. John O'Connor, I got you in the 6th hole. I know you're 4 and 5, but if you look at the points scored, there's really no reason to say that he can't make a run here. 2-3 wins, I could see him stringing those in before the playoffs start. So we'll see what Gesicki with the sticky can do. But if Christian McCaffrey's hurt, it's gonna be tough. Chris Roper, I got you in the 5 spot here. Like I said, you squeaked it by this week. You've got players, not great players, but you've got players. Clyde Edwards-Helaire seems to be still the leading guy in that backfield. But, I don't know really what I can stand behind on your roster. There's no real guy. There's no leader. So you're just going to have to keep putting it together, putting guys off the waiver wire, plugging them and playing them. Madison, I love your team. I got to say it. I got you at the 4-hole. Mike Thomas came back. He's just getting back into the swing of things. You've scored a lot of points consistently. I think you're averaging something like 127 a week. And really there's no fall off. There's no plus minus there. It stays right around that number, and it has for the last 6 weeks. So if you keep doing that, you're going to keep getting wins. You're going to put yourself in the playoffs and give yourself position. CD's nuts I got in the 3-hole. I lost this week. It was the blowout of the week. I can't in good conscience give myself the 2. And, you know, it positions better for the game of the week. And game of the week, number 2, I've got 2 for $1. Back to it, 2 for $1. Casey Lutz, your team is good. Your team is good. It's scored the most points in the league, so there's no denying that your team is good. But you are on a 2-game losing streak and potentially a 3-game losing streak to fall outside of the 5 and 4 pack. So we will see what happens there. Stephen Creech, I still got you at the number 1 spot despite the loss this week. 7-2 on the season. You get 3 more wins, you probably lock up a bye week. So just keep charging forward, and we'll see what happens. Nick Chubb coming back. A couple of end notes here, a couple of footnotes. I'm doing these at the end of the year here. 5 teams at 5 and 4. No one with more than a win-2 streak. So no one's really streaking to the finish line here. And the top 4 teams in the league all lost in week 9. Hard to believe, folks. We're already halfway through the season. I've taken 3 L's. A couple of close matches. Everybody's had a fighting chance right now. Like I said, 8, 9 teams really have a legitimate chance to not only make the playoffs, but go all the way to the finish line. Best of luck to everyone. Week 10 is upon us. Good luck, folks.